person, for instance, the person in charge of AI, that was my best friend's boyfriend.
Okay.
And now they've broken up.
But then, you have to like, but you continue.
It was still we want somebody to tell us that it's wrong, so that we'll stop.
Yeah,
and nobody has ever told us it's wrong.
So clearly, that is actually is how founders explain technical things with so much ease, and you're like, I can do it. Try it.
The thing is, while building Clerra, we had it in mind that if the idea is trash, we will abandon.
Okay.
But then we will build the product in such a way that it becomes a portfolio project.
Okay. Now,
so I don't know whether how it is in Nigeria, but there are a lot of Ghanaians that are very wealthy that you never know about.
Oh, then that's a good way.
Like I know. I'm chill. Like,
yes, so perfect. Okay, so there's so much to talk about today, right? And I think one of the best things is that I'm currently in your city, and this is one of the best cities I've been to. This is just me being sincere.
Glad.
Ghana is amazing, brother. Like it's easy to navigate to one, and also it's easy to actually see that there are people actually going about their businesses and actually having things done for them, right? And it's really, really impressive. Now, while I was thinking about it, right, and even speaking to founders in Africa, one of the things I thought about was, if I come to a city like Ghana that things are much easier and seem like very easy, what exactly would be the problem that someone decides to now say, you know, I want to take it upon myself to solve, right? And when you're explaining to me that, oh, your startup is a legal startup, the first thing I was like, how many crimes will they be committing in Ghana, really? Right? And then what's even better, the entire idea of, do you know what, I actually need to solve this personal problem to start with, right? But then I'm really curious, what was the first thought in your head? I'm like, no, this is a problem, I actually want to start with this problem.
Okay, so with how I landed on the problem, the legal technology problem, it's actually by accident. So as a freelancer, somebody reached out to me regarding they wanted to build a scaled down version of popular case management system. And so that was the introduction to the legal space. So I designed it, but the clients basically abandoned the project. They didn't even pay me. So like the idea was in my head. Then this whole ChatGPT thing started coming out. The LLM things started coming out. And so like the project abandoned on my computer, right? So ChatGPT came out, I was like, if the cases already exists within a case management system, it will be easy for an LLM to make sense of the cases that exist within a case management system. And so that was the
light bulb.
So that was around when ChatGPT came out, when it was still open source. So that's the light bulb moment. So I spoke to the lawyer at the company that I was working at the time. I told him about, I have this idea. This is what I have, and this is what could work. At the time, he didn't even know what ChatGPT was. So I mean, ChatGPT was not popular at the time. So he told me about the other challenges that the legal practitioners have. So that's when I got insights to, so within the jurisdiction, it's not just about case management, but they want to, most of the firms are small. So like within Ghana, most of the firms are small. So like maybe 5 to maybe 10 lawyers. And so they most likely don't even have an HR. So if you want to have a system that will work for them, then the system needs to cover for that minute bit of HR work. That needs to capture like maybe their timesheets and all those things. So they can have one system that does everything for them. And so that was the beginning of the evolution of the idea from just being a case management with AI bolted on top to it's being like an entire case legal operating system that's basically a law firm or a lawyer can use to run their entire legal operation.
So before all of this, right, because right now you're giving so much detail into this idea, right? Before all of this, so I'm trying to remove you outside of the context of what you're doing, right? So moving out of the context of your tweet. And one of the questions I usually ask is, so if you're dropped on an island, right, and then someone random that has not known you from anywhere asks you, who are you? Who do you introduce yourself as? without your startup, because most times we try to envelope ourselves around our work, right? Oh, I do this, but who are you outside of just this?
Yeah, so myself, I'm a very critical person. I'll criticize anything. Like before I even started doing designs.
Yeah.
Before my introduction to graphic design, so I started off
with
graphics.
Design. Oh, yeah. Okay.
So before my introduction to graphic designs, whenever I was working in town, I'll look at billboards and criticize them. Like I didn't know what was wrong about it, but I criticize it. I used to draw as a kid. My parents didn't really kind of support it, but I used to draw.
Yeah.
I wasn't really good, but then I still did it. I think I got good at it after secondary school. That's when like I started watching videos on YouTube to get good at it. But I'm a very creative person. I like to solve problems. So I was one of the people that would destroy things, try to fix it. So I like engineering. Like I'm very keen on like engineering. So my YouTube is about cars, airplanes, ships, construction machinery, that kind of things. Like those are the things that bring me joy.
To just watch and being watched.
Yeah, like I like ships, I like airplanes. Like those are the things. I like technology. I've always been a technology person. Like since basic school, I would write exams and get 100% in like IT.
Yeah.
The rest I'm really bad at math, so like, I don't care what the rest matter. ICT, no, I'm killing that one. So like I've always been like a technology person. I've always been artsy.
Yeah.
And so before even going into uni, I knew I'd end up within the computer space or architecture because I like to solve problems. I like to destroy things and then
fix them back.
Yeah. So I always knew I'd be around the architecture or computing side of things.
Yeah.
And then I just happened to end up with
the computing side
of things, but still found arts
in between.
In the computing side.
Because in all of this, right, what that simply means is, so from that particular point, how did that push you all the way into, because I can hear you being a creative, but then again, I can also hear the possibilities of if this was not what you're doing, is there like any other alternative that would have been?
Yeah,
right.
Probably an architect.
Right?
Yeah, so like I like to draw. Like
so that means I'm guessing, because again, this also helps because I'm a designer, so I can actually, which means you sketch your wireframes a good number of times, or you just have it in your head like, no, this is what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
Do it virtually, and then you're like, it's going to go into this.
It's always in my head. So like, I really do wireframes actually. So majority of the time when I get a project that I'm supposed to work on, like just to give you an idea of how I plan things. When I get an idea of a project, I would read a brief and not do anything. And then maybe when I'm driving or like walking about, I like to ride bicycles as well. So like when I'm doing that, I just be thinking about it, and then basically
you can see it.
I can see it, and then once I see it,
I promise you, I told someone, I was like, I see, like I'm like when someone gives me a task and the task is already been given, I can see my designs to life. Like I see my designs before I actually open my laptop to actually start designing.
Yeah, so like I need to see it. So like my work process is like. A lot of people be like, oh, I can sit down and work for like, no. I can do 20 minutes and then dance for like 5 minutes and then come back and then maybe I can do like maybe a 4 hour.
Yeah.
And then maybe
something else.
So like, I'm always listening to something. Like, I feel like I have ADHD. I've not been diagnosed, so I don't know.
Yeah, so actually I feel like a lot of us actually has that, but we're just like, I'm not diagnosed yet, so we're safe. We're safe. Now, let's go back into your startup, right? You focused on what the problem is and how you're able to cultivate it, right? But again, one of the things that I have noticed the fact that there's always like major challenges when you're starting out. Like it's always like a process of either you go through and break it, or you actually just stand back and not do anything about it. So what were those challenges when you're starting out? Like what was it like?
So initial challenge was making sure the problem that you're trying to solve is actually a valid problem.
Yeah.
So with that, you needed to talk to certain legal practitioners. But then I don't know whether it's the same way in Nigeria. Like in Ghana, a lot of people are like, I don't want to use a curse word, but they are yes men.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah. So they agree to whatever it is.
Easily agree. Yeah,
it's so difficult for them.
Bootlicking.
Yeah. But then sometimes it's like you don't benefit anything to boot like lick my
boots.
You don't like, there's no benefit to licking my boot. Just tell me it's a bad idea or it's a good idea, you know.
Yeah.
But then you always get, oh yeah, it's a nice idea. It's a nice idea. And then what makes it a nice idea? You know, so like there's that challenge of validating an idea around the African space. Like you see it on social media, somebody will do something really bad, and then people are like,
exactly. That the support culture is annoying sometimes.
This is mediocre, you know. Like
you can actually
there's the mediocrity thing, so like it's kind of difficult to get a good grasp of what is a good idea. Yeah, and then there's other challenges with financing.
So that's just a major one too. Yeah.
So like building, like for Clerra, for instance, we've had to how you call it, bootstrap. For like a year.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and now we give free demos, and all of that is coming from our pocket.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
your pocket has to suffer for you for a bit.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm jumping the gun with finances. So like,
No, but again, no. We'll still come out to finances, but again, it's actually interesting that you mentioned bootstrapping, right? Because I was having a conversation yesterday with one of the founders of. He's one of the founders of Alt School. I don't know if you know of Alt School. Yeah, so the event I went to yesterday, we were having a conversation, and then he basically was explaining that they've had to bootstrap their way, right? And it's not been an easy tale. But basically, what that does to you is the fact that it gives you some certain sense of confidence in what you're building. Because again, when you're shipping these things and you're seeing validation from the people actually using the product, you know that even though you don't have funding now, there's a likelihood that it's coming soon. One, and also the fact that it doesn't have to be them. It doesn't have to be funding from the outside. It has to be the fact that one of the best free money to get is money from your customers. Once your customers start paying you, that is free money. You're not explaining their money to anyone, right? So once you are getting validation and actually using your product, it is that. Now, you spoke about that particular bootstrapping part, but then I'm also curious, what has financing been like? How much of a strain has it been like? And also, I'm asking this even thinking about the startup founders that are just starting out, right? Because you would see one of the major things that still stop people from starting is the fact that they're thinking about, how do I get funding for either AWS or either one particular buy this or buy that particular. Like, how do you manage that then?
So regarding financing, I feel like bootstrapping is like you need to bootstrap. A lot of times people look to getting investment. But our part of the world,
very interesting.
Is a bit difficult. You need to have done something.
Yeah.
And so with us, with us at Clerra, for like maybe 8 months, we've been paying for everything. I mean, we still pay for certain stuff.
Yeah.
But we were able to apply. We were able to get in the NVIDIA Inception program.
Oh yeah.
So getting into the NVIDIA Inception program gives you access to certain perks.
Yeah.
So we're able to get like some the credits from AWS.
Yeah.
So previously we were hosting on DigitalOcean.
Yeah.
And so we used to pay like DigitalOcean every month. Because we have an AI feature and we have a knowledge base.
Yeah.
Like we have a knowledge base on like the local jurisdiction. So we've collected data from 1960 to 2025.
Yeah, you definitely have to speak about that particular collecting data part, because I feel like that's a lot to do.
So we've collected that data and we need to store it somewhere, and the AI needs to infer. So luckily, DigitalOcean has something called a gradient AI.
Yeah.
So it's basically like a database. You dump your information there, you connect, and then you can connect OpenAI to it. So that's made like our costs like
just okay.
Yeah. So but like back to what I was saying about the NVIDIA Inception program. So with the NVIDIA Inception program, we have AWS credits. So now we've migrated our database to
all the way to
AWS. But then we still need to leave the AI side on DigitalOcean's platform, because at the moment it's a whole lot easier to use
it from there.
Use it from there. If you want to use AWS's Bedrock and all of that, which I'm not very technical, so if you have to use that to set up all of that is a bit complicated, but it will allow us to have better responses. But so NVIDIA is helping out with a lot of that. with the AWS credits. That's like setting up some of the costs.
Yeah.
But then the rest of it is work and then put the money in the company.
Actually, also here, pay here.
Pay here. Like, it got to a point where my mom had to like be sorting me.
Yeah,
because like, and funny thing is, I've never, like, since my uni days, I've always worked. So like from like level 300 in uni, I've never taken money from my mom. And then now that
people don't get it.
Now that I'm like 4 years after uni, my mom is having to, yo, mama.
Yeah. But the best part about that is this, right? The fact that one is you're working and you're building, right? And then the second one is also the fact that you have love at home. So you're like, Mom, help me.
Yeah,
help
like, mama.
me.
My mom and my senior brother, man, like, they hold me down.
No, they make again. There's also the foundation in which building looks like, right? Having people that actually care about you past just that. And we'll come back to that actually. Having people around. What was the idea with the name of the company,
Clerra?
Like, so, where are you sitting? Like, sitting here, like, where are you sitting when the name just hit you?
Yeah, so we had a lot of options. So previously we were called Legalis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think Legalis is like some, it's Greek or something for legal something. I don't remember.
Okay.
So we got into a hackathon, and after the hackathon, we wanted to register the company name.
Yeah.
We wanted to register Legalis. Actually, we could register it in Ghana without even buying the domain. We check Legalis, and then there was a company called Legalis.
All right.
And we were like, yo,
seriously.
So now we started looking for names, and we were considering like using like a local language for law.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We were looking at Swahili, like a lot of African companies.
Actually, they do.
But we're not getting anything that was catchy. And so I was sitting down one time, and I was like, I mean, the whole premise of our company is to make the law clearer.
True.
But then to spell it a regular Clerra, like to make an image Clearer, it would be boring.
It would be boring actually.
So we just
flip
the letters, and then we start to CLERRA.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I saw you guys in there.
Yeah, so that way you can get the domain for cheap. So like our domain is like what, $11 or something. Get the domain for like super cheap, and then it's interesting when you explain the name to somebody. It's like, oh yeah. Like, so whenever you're like, we make the law clearer, and then they're like, oh,
that's got it. But what has it been like with your team, right? You know, you just spoke about family being like a major support system. But one of the things I have always been curious about is the team, right? You can get to be around you. You're a solo founder, so that's actually a bit different. Most times, you're a solo founder, right?
Oh no, I have team members.
No, like you're a solo founder in the sense that you are the head of the company. You have co-founders. I'm saying.
Yeah.
Exactly. So like I'm saying that you're a solo founder, and it's a bit different when a solo founder is building and when a founder that has like co-founders is building.
Oh no, so I have a co-founder actually.
We have a co-founder. Okay, that's what I was going to clarify.
Yeah.
Okay, now when you're picking out your co-founder, how is it like? Now I'm asking this because I always ask this question, and it's because it's a make or break situation, right? We always interpret co-founding to like a marriage, which is if you guys work hard, there's a likelihood you guys are going to conquer any storm. If you guys have issues, you guys are going to bring your companies on your head. So what is it like actually deciding, well, this particular person is going to be my co-founder, right? And how has it been like? Where do you guys complement each other?
So my co-founder is Isaac Nabel. We've been friends since high school.
Oh wow, that's a long time.
So that's like we've known each other since 2012.
Wow.
Yeah, we were sitting mates in high school. I mean, I mentioned, I was always the IT person. Nabel had no business with IT. So when the idea came, at the time I had this girlfriend, and I told her about it. I was like, I want to start this company, but I'm looking for a co-founder. I'm not getting anyone. And she's like, and I mentioned that, I had this friend. He said he could. He said he was writing code, but then I didn't know Nabel to be like a code person. Like I was like, can Nabel actually write this code? So she was like, she was like, I mean, if he can't do it, he can't do it. So I was like, Nabel, I have this idea. He was like, oh yeah, he has the time, he can do it. So we started, and I gave him the designs, like I prepared all the designs. I gave it to him, and then after a couple of weeks, he was like, "Yo, Richmond." I was like, "Yo, Nabo, this is hard." So that's when I started. I was like, "Okay, yeah, Nabo actually can do the thing."
Yeah.
So after that, then we've gone through like 3 iterations of the same product. So then we have deliberations, and then we're like, "Yo, Nabo, we need to change this side, though." So his name is actually Isaac, but I call him Nabo. Nabo is his last name. So I'm like, "Yo, we need to change this thing." It's like, "Yo, sure." So like Nabo is one of my very close friends, my oldest friend, lives in my neighborhood. He's like, so when I introduce him, like, does Nabo ever get angry?
He's the calmest guy ever, right?
Nabo is honestly like, I keep saying it, like, we wouldn't have built the company without him.
Oh wow!
Like, I know in myself.
Nabo, shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Nabo. Like, I tell him, like, he knows, like, we wouldn't have gotten to where we've gotten to without him, because, like, with most engineers tend to be arrogant a little bit.
Yeah, I've met a few. Yeah.
So Nabo, you tell him, "Oh, Charlie, Nabo, we need to change this." "Oh, Nabo, the way we did this is not." Like, sure. How should we do it? Like,
he's ready. He's
ready to do it. Like,
just what he needs to do.
So I feel like you need to find somebody that gels well with you. Like, so he knows that everything that comes to it, like logic, like not logic on like the engineering side of things, but like how the user should experience it. He trusts that with me, and then I trust anything that has to do with engineering with him. And he would go up, if he doesn't know it, he will figure it out. Like, that's transitioning from DigitalOcean to AWS, for instance. I have a friend who is actually a AWS cloud engineer. He's a cloud engineer trainer. So at first I was like, maybe Nabo can do it. So maybe we should talk to this guy. So but Nabo was like, you know what? Let me just leave it to me. Let me see what I can do. And now our system is on AWS. We haven't. So like the co-founder thing, very key. Like, finding somebody that complements you as well. Like, for me and Nabo, I haven't had issues with him. Like, maybe there's been a time where like maybe I was complaining or something, but like it's just
it cannot be as serious as
like if he identifies something wrong, like, "Yo, Richmond, I didn't like the way," like, there's one time where like, "Richmond, I didn't like the way you did this." I was like, "Yeah, I'll make sure." And like, just put the ego aside, and then just once you can find somebody that's see past, it's really good.
It makes life easy, actually. It really does make life easy. So now you see, even with you and your co-founder Nabo, what is it like also working with the team, right? Because as much as it is, you also have to bring people in that actually fit the culture and actually fit the system. You get what is it like when you're trying to bring people on board? Like, what do you look out for particularly?
So the thing is, if you're bringing someone on board and you're not paying them, your options are limited. Actually, so you're like, I'll manage whenever you bring in. Very limited options, but luckily, I feel like I'm able to draw people to me. Like, I'm able to make good friends, even though I'm not a very social person. But like, if I meet you today, we can have like the best conversation. So like, it's, and then people like to work with me because they've seen some of the things that I've done, and so they feel like they can do this. And then building Clerra, the initial idea was we were building. Well, the whole thing is, while building Clerra, we had it in mind that if the idea is trash, we will abandon. But then we will build the product in such a way that it becomes a portfolio project.
Now I get that.
Like, everybody on the team,
build is so good that it's
build is so good that you can flex with it, even if it doesn't go anywhere. You're like, Charlie, I built that.
I did that. Like, I did that.
So that was like how I convinced people to join us. So like our front-end engineer, like, for instance, I used to work with him at a previous company I used to work at, and then immediately, like, there are a lot of engineers that are like, "Yo, Richmond, I would like to work with you." And so, because I'm the type of person that would, I've never, you see a lot of product designers fight with engineers. I've never fought with an engineer.
I have the same experience too.
So like, a lot of engineers that have worked with me, they always want to work with me because I would think about the drop down options for you.
before you get there, before you thought about it.
Yeah, so it's a whole lot easier for engineers to. So like, it was easy to get engineers to come work with me. For our AI person, for instance, the person in charge of AI, that was my best friend's boyfriend.
Okay.
And now they're breaking up.
But then, you have to like, but it continue.
It was still continue.
Business continue.
Because you're able to hold like that relationship, like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's when it comes to like picking the team, even though you don't have options, you try to select the best and then give them room, like trust that they can do the thing.
Yeah.
And then like we've had these sessions where they built the system and the buttons were a bit weird. I was like, I know you've built buttons before, but this is how to build a proper button. So I'm like, there needs to be a div in the button, like, you know. So, and then they are willing to listen. Like I like to work with people that are willing to listen, like people that strive for excellence. So
yeah,
if before I work with you, I need to see something you've done
before.
And if it blows my mind, that's when I would want to work with you.
Yeah, because it gives you a good perspective into what you can most likely do.
Yeah. So the vision, like I feel like one thing is you need to get somebody that has an eye. And once I identify, I feel like I have the eye and I can see the eye. So if I see that you have the eye, then I can work with you.
Yeah, it makes it much easier actually.
A whole lot easier.
Makes it much easier. Now, being a legal startup or someone that is not legal, right? Or even like have like the legal framework, right? What's that conversation like when you speak to lawyers that are at least very blunt with you? Like I'm curious because I want to believe, because as much as everyone is trying to say, oh, thumbs up, you're doing great, I like it. There's always going to be a lawyer that'll be like, dude, you're doing trash, don't try this. Have you ever had that instance happen?
So no. So the thing is, like I mentioned, I've done design an accounting system.
Yeah.
I've designed an EMR for a health system, like a health EMR. So I've designed a system for entire hospitals, like doctors, nurses. So I have a sense of how to learn an industry.
Right.
So before doing anything, we read, like, you try to get as much information about the industry as possible. Then you talk to actual legal practitioners, try to understand what the actual problem is, and then you solve the problem from there. So we've not had an instance where, and we try to validate, like the whole thing is, while building the whole thing, our whole idea was we want somebody to tell us that it's wrong so that we'll stop.
Right.
Yeah, and nobody has ever told us it's wrong.
So clearly that is actually, there is a problem and there's so many problems.
Yeah, so we've actually enrolled in a hackathon for that sole purpose, for somebody to tell us that we are wrong.
Yeah.
So we enrolled in a hackathon last year, for legal technology. So it's like lawyers were the judges, just so somebody can tell us that
someone can roast you. I'm like, nah.
Yeah. And then we actually stole some ideas from that hackathon.
Oh yeah, that's the idea. That's really usually the ideas for hackathon actually. Like you put your idea on the lifeline. Literally to say, you know, we're going to pull the plug, or you're actually going to resuscitate you and actually bring you back to life. So one of the good things is always, again, I feel that a good number of startups, or not even startups themselves actually, I feel that there are certain ideas that people have that they actually tend to avoid things like hackathons and even things that actually would poke holes in their ideas, mainly because, again, you don't have to be scared that what you have used so much time into building and actually processing, and you're like, yeah, this is the best thing after, well, in Nigeria, we'll see after sliced bread. I don't know if you said the year, but this is the best after sliced bread, right? And then you now hear someone tells you, oh, and this is not good, this is not up to par, right? Yeah. So again, I always be of the notion that for every time you're building something, allow people holes in them. Allow them holes in them.
Yeah. So like one of the most important feedback for me is, what do you think? Like I just want you to identify the issues with it. Like I want you to tell me there's a problem here. Then if I know there's a problem, I can solve it, so that when I go to a bigger place, I'm going, somebody won't come and tell me there's a bigger problem. Yeah. Tell me here. So like for almost every feature run by a lawyer, we actively read Reddit. Like within the Ghanaian legal space, you don't get that kind of thing. Yeah. So we read a lot of Reddit threads on like the American legal system. But then there's a mismatch because the way the Americans practice is a bit different from how Ghanaians practice. But then we still read because we feel like they would have similar
At least
challenges.
From the foundational level, they are very similar. Yeah.
So we read a lot of Reddit threads, try to identify, okay, this is the core, and even sometimes maybe identify issues that most local firms have not yet experienced, because most of them still use the manual processes.
Yeah.
So if we are preemptively identifying issues that might happen in the future, we can solve them so that when they start using our tool, they don't face the same issues that the Americans
facing already.
Yeah.
You've built Clerra to this particular point, right? And the journey has been one that you clearly are excited by. You clearly are happy you're doing this.
Okay,
but now, with the way it is right now, right, what would scaling look like for Clerra?
Scaling?
Yes. So right now you're currently at the point whereby you're like, I'm bootstrapping this thing, I'm putting my all to it, my entire team, right? And if you're looking at, much more can be done towards this, right? What would that look like for it?
So with Clerra, scaling will be penetrating different markets, so like different jurisdictions. So we already have like the infrastructure for that. So the way we built the system, basically the core of the product should be able to work anywhere. But then when it comes to the AI side of things, that's when jurisdictional information is relevant. So like if you are in Ghana, then the system is supposed to know Ghanaian laws.
Yes, exactly.
So if, assuming we have to enter Nigeria, we're supposed to change the database to match the Nigeria. So we have that structure where you can switch
in between.
So we've already started making provisions for scaling.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, so like we've already started making provisions for scaling, but then we're kind of targeting like the English speaking countries. I don't know why a lot of Ghanaians are scared of. I feel like a lot of Ghanaians are scared of the French speaking countries, but when you were talking about Togo and Benin, I was like, why am I scared of Togo?
Well, I feel that. So just to pinpoint, right? Language barrier is not spoken about enough. Because as much as you're actually looking at the language barrier, it's also a cultural barrier thing too, right? Because again, the way you actually interpret things and say things is different from maybe a Nigerian, for instance, because we speak the same, right? I can hear you, understand you, but the way you might say things to, say, someone that is actually francophone would be different from the way they will interpret it. So I feel that that's also like a major hurdle that needs to be jumped into, right? One of the company I met with yesterday, one of the things they did was they're Nigerian based, but then scaling into Ghana. One of the things that they did was their CEO is a Ghanaian. Right now, that gave them enough room whereby, whatever the case is, if he wasn't francophone and speaks English, it's easy for him to be able to navigate the market because he understands exactly what to look at, like the most basic intricate details. He gets to see it. So it's very possible. Again, maybe that's an aspect. You can actually scale to that point.
So I think for example, assuming you were to scale into maybe say a francophone country, you probably need like a country manager or something that understands the local context. But then another reason why we sort of went to the English speaking countries is because most of the English speaking countries practice a version of law called the common law, which is a derivative of the British.
From England,
so the system is kind of designed around the common law, and so that is why kind of targeting like Nigeria, Rwanda, Kenya, Uganda, like English-speaking countries. Because I think there was this issue with elections in Ghana, and I think it was 2012. 2012. There was an issue in Ghana, and then Kenya faced an issue later down the line because it hadn't happened in Kenyan law. They had to use the Ghanaian one as reference. So that is what like the common law thing. It allows for countries to step out of their jurisdiction and pick a law from different jurisdictions that has similar practices. But like for Nigeria, for instance, you guys use a federal system, so there will be like some differences. But then the core office should be kind of
but it won't be so far off. And even one of the things we're saying is, which is when you're trying to move from one country to another country, you need to create a structure around, say for instance, data management and actually data acquisition, and even at least with the whole how much data you need for your platform to be able to read, to actually be able to interpret. Walk me through that, because I feel as if that is like heavy lifting. Like, because you have to lift, like, for instance, I remember you mentioned something that has to do with actually having data as far back as 1970 or 1960.
Yeah.
Exactly. So how are you able to even acquire so much? And you don't have to give me your detail because it sounds as if that's a main secret. But on the surface level of it, how were you and your team able to acquire so much data from that long up onto date, and how you actually be able to compress it together to actually make it fit the current system of actually things?
So luckily, there's the platforms that exist that's quality that data. Yeah. Some of them are free. There's one that is free, and there's another one that are paid for. The paid for ones are a lot better.
Yeah.
So what we did was we took the collected the data. Most of it's picture based.
Oh yeah.
So it becomes difficult for AI to.
True.
So collected that information, then we use like those serverless systems to automate an OCR to scan through the documents, and then we have like proper PDF versions of the document that AI can read, and then dump them in a data lake, and then connect AI to it,
and then just
index it, and then allow AI to.
Okay. I promise you think it's easy. Try it. because most time is how founders explain technical things with so much ease, and you're like, I can do it. Try it. Try it.
So I think between 1960 to 2025, we had about 17,000 documents or something.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. But that's for Ghana alone. But
exactly.
We are looking to even collect additional information. So we are trying to get a partnership with one of the companies, so that would allow us to not think about data collection, and then they would handle data collection, and then we would have a partnership, and then our focus would be on the legal stuff and then the intelligence of it, and then they would just provide data.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Your company right now, with the way it's growing and the way you're seeing the projections, I'm asking this question because a friend of mine in Togo said this, and I'm curious, and now it has born out the curiosity in my head, which is, are you building your product to be sold? Are you building your product such a way that it becomes yours? Yeah. So, again, remember that most times founders just like, no, this is my baby, I don't want to let my baby go. This is one of the first things I'm building, and I want to build it to a point whereby everyone knows me as CEO, co-founder of Clerra, and that's it, right? But then again, you have a point whereby you get to a point whereby you are big enough that you are going to that point whereby you have gotten the market validation already. It's clear that your product is a par. Everyone wants to use your product. Everyone's already using your product to start with. And they have a bigger company that is maybe like 100 times or times 1,000 times bigger than you are. And then you're like, no, we actually see what you're doing. We want to buy you. Now, the question now is, are you building, the way the build of your company is, what does the projection of it looks like for you and even your entire team? Like, I don't know if you've thought about it anyway. Because, again, sometimes people are like, I'm not talking about it, which is fine. Yeah. But sometimes I feel like most people are like, I've thought about it, I know.
What I know is that every member of my team loves money. Like, my dream is to buy a Porsche. So a Porsche.
You will buy a Porsche. 911.
Yeah.
My guy.
So,
yeah.
Once I can buy the Porsche. But the thing is, before the company gets to a point where you can buy a Porsche based on the company, like, it would be a lot of factors. Like, sometimes you can sell a company and still have percentage in it. So, there are a lot of options.
So and
it depends on the offer. It depends on a whole lot of things.
Yeah, sure. It depends on where you are in life too.
My co-founder is always saying he wants to stop tech and build a farm. So
he wants to buy a Porsche, he wants to build a farm.
No, he wants a Porsche too, but he wants a farm.
Okay.
So, I know eventually somewhere down the line we will not be actively involved in a lot of the things, because me for instance, I feel like I love family, and I want to be there for the family. I don't want to be the type of person that's like
it's up and about every now and again.
Yeah, but then I feel like you give yourself, like, if you build the thing to a point where it can stand on its own. Yeah, you can do whatever you want to do.
I agree.
Yeah, so right now we don't know what the options are. Like, we're not sure whether we would sell, but then again, everybody has a price. So.
True, actually, eventually everyone actually does have a price. Yeah, it just depends on how big the price is.
Yeah.
And who's willing to pay.
Like maybe some big fish can kind of like, yeah, Charlie, we want to acquire you guys for like this.
Why not?
Like, I mean, if you put if you put like maybe $20 million in treasury bills and you're getting 15% or what
of that,
and then it just coming in and why worry? You know, like, but then
the funny thing is, even with this function we're seeing right now, right? One of the things I remember, because again, I like conversing with people that are founders, because what you realize is founders always work as if they would drop dead. Like, you just see them keep on working. Like, you're like, can you just take a breather? But the thing is, you'll tell you, oh, cannot take a breather except I've gotten to that particular amount, or maybe I've gotten to that particular amount, I'm comfortable. One thing I've also realized is, and I'm not saying this even to myself, and I feel as if it's also a thing with me, which is, even when we say we'll get to a point where we would pause, I feel that we are so much of a quote workaholic and also ambitious to a point whereby would see the ambition it has been achieved and we'll look for more. So that's also another thing. So like, you're like, oh, I got to the Porsche, what if I get 2 Porsches? What if I actually get it's always the I have this, because again it's the case of being here but also looking at you're gotten here, like so I can actually get here. It's here. Then you like, okay, aim higher, and then you build, and then you succeed, and then you build. It's always that day.
Yeah. Speaking of Porsches, I actually want a Ferrari too.
There you go.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, for me, I feel like maybe what I see along the future will be something like Jack Dorsey.
Jack Dorsey, yeah.
Where he does something and then kind of
just pushes aside and goes into anything. Yeah.
So like, reasons I found out was Block company.
Yeah, Block. Yeah.
And then they own Square. They own like a couple of
different. Yeah.
And I feel like that is potentially what's I have in mind. And I feel like my co-founder is on the same tangent. Like, you can build something to a point where you can kind of like, I doubt Mark Zuckerberg is making any decisions at Facebook.
Oh yeah.
So, but he's still, so
he's the face there. Yeah, everyone tells that to him.
But plus, I don't really want to be popular. I want to join queues. Like, I want to be able to go to the cinema. Like, but then you know, I'm laughing at this because there's a certain level of wealth that comes with the way you build a brand that you most likely will not be able to shy away from being public. Like, a friend of mine always says that she wants to be powerful and unpopular. Like, being powerful and unpopular, right? But then again, when you quantify how much you get regarding wealth, right, and being, say, you just want to go to a random cinema, just stand in queue, it's hard. Yeah, but there's lots of Ghanaians. So I don't know whether how it is in Nigeria, but there are a lot of Ghanaians that are very wealthy that you never know about.
Oh, then that's a good way.
Like, I know one man, he has a Porsche, he has an Aston, and I bet nobody you don't know his name. And he's in Ghana. He's actually Nigerian.
Yeah. I think also, even speaking about the same culture, right? I feel that even the culture of the place actually differs per person. Because the reason I'm saying it from my own aspect, for instance, is because I've seen it how it is in Nigeria. But if you're going to a particular level of wealth, you would see the way you're being perceived. And I keep on saying that I just want to walk down the street with my kid, or just go to the beach with my family, right? And it should be that easy. But then again, it's a bit harder for, say, a place like Nigeria, because Nigeria, before my Nigerian brother comes for me, but it's a case of worshiping the money, and also looking at the person like a demigod, rather than actually this is just another person, right? The person just go about their day as easy as it should be, but there's always that whole, the person is in this particular place, so we have to always make sure that. I think it's also, I don't know, I like it a lot, and so when I go to events and I see people come at me and they're like, oh, I see your videos, I see your stuff. Oh, they're trying to make it seem as if I'm some sort of celebrity. I'm like, no, please. My name is Benedict. Thank you by showing me. Are you following me? I'm like, guy, I promise you, people don't get that I see shy away from being looked at a particular way when I go to events. Like, I'm like, please, can I get? I literally like ask you, oh, are you following me? Like, yeah, please, can I follow you back? I literally get your hands to follow back. Not because it's because I just want to make it seem that I'm just a usual guy. Like, I still have problems. I still have issues. I'm just a guy that's grateful to God for things that are working out, right? But when you see the way it gets to be, sometimes you're like, man.
Yeah.
But it seems Ghana is a good place to actually get wealthy then.
Yeah, like there are a lot of, unless you want to be known, honestly.
Yeah.
Unless you want to be known, there are a lot of wealthy people that nobody knows about.
That makes so much sense.
It's like the wealthy Ghanaians that you know about, they want you to know them.
Right.
Like, if you go to East Legon, the machines you see over there, you're like, yo. But like, there are so many wealthy people in Ghana. And for me, for instance, I have an uncle who is fairly wealthy, and his wife complains their house is too big, they can't clean it. So
that is a different problem altogether.
Yeah, so like,
and I get what
I've seen 50 Cent talk about his house, and he's like, he sometimes looks down the hallway, and then he gets scared to walk down the hallway because it's too long.
It's long.
So for me, I feel like, I'm not saying I'm not like ambitious, but like, I'm not, bro. You die.
Yeah.
You know? Like, what's the point of like chasing so much more?
Yeah.
Like, I just want to be comfortable and then
have it easy.
Yeah, like if I want to go here, I can go here. Yeah.
Okay. No, but this has been good. I think one of the most interesting part right now is the bits. I'm gonna ask you, like, this is called the fast nugget questions, right? Random questions, and it's as random as it could be, really, right? Porsche or a Lamborghini?
Porsche.
Why Porsche though? I think I'm curious why Porsche though. It's not like they have a backstory to Porsche. If I ask the next one.
So funny thing is, I actually like Lamborghinis, but then like, there's this thing they say, like, once you start growing, you see the Porsche. Lambo is for like kids.
Oh, Lambo is. You better not hear you,
bro. Porsche is just like.
Porsche is just like a Porsche. Yeah.
Porsche is a Porsche. Man. Like, it feels. It's not trying hard. Like,
yeah.
The shape, they've maintained the same shape.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same thing for like 40 years.
Yeah.
It's been the same thing, and then like they just improving it. You know, Lamborghinis are too. I don't want to say too loud because they sound good, but a Porsche, like a Porsche is just like
a Porsche in my.
A Lamborghini looks like a midlife crisis. A Porsche is like, okay, you've made it.
Yeah, a Porsche is. And funny thing, I actually saw a Porsche yesterday where we were. It's Aya. I don't even know Aya. Aya. It seems like a bar. That was why they had the mix of the events yesterday.
Okay.
Right, but it was really, really cool. And then I saw a Porsche, and I'm like, the Porsche looks calm, and like you can see there's no aggressiveness in the body, but the interior and even the engine built on it, you know that this is a whole firepower and horsepower.
Like a Porsche is just. It's just like. I'm a big boy and I know it. I don't need to make noise. Like, you know, Porsche is just a Porsche.
What's your favorite outfit to wear? Then what's your favorite outfit to wear? I'm saying this because most creatives are always just easily wearing black. Again, you always catch me in black anyway, bro.
Yeah. I like plain t-shirts. So I'm not wearing a plain t-shirt.
Yeah.
I like plain t-shirts. These are my favorite shoes.
Easy snakes.
Yeah, I like Puma suites. And a pair of cargo pants or carpenter jeans, like, or shorts, like t-shirts.
Just easy.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Recently, I'm beginning to, like, my Pinterest board is changing, but
okay.
But I'm still wearing these t-shirts. Yeah, but then, like, Pinterest board is changing, so potentially we'll start dressing differently. But then, favorite outfit, t-shirt, jeans, and then cargo pants, and then a pair of sneakers.
Yeah.
Or Birkenstocks.
Oh, okay. That means you're all for comfort.
Yeah. Like, I don't like shirts out.
Yeah, all fitted and you should be as free as
yeah.
Would you sell your company for a okay, let's make amounts much exciting, right? Would you sell your company for $10 million at a single go? Or would you decide to actually take $10,000 every week for the rest of your life?
$10,000.
You didn't bother to think about it twice.
No. $10,000.
Okay.
Every week.
$10,000. $10,000 straight up, flat rates every week. It lands your account.
Yeah, $10,000. How many $10,000 is in a million
Actually. Do you math? How many weeks do you need to get
so
to
I think 100 of it is in a million.
So like 100,
Yeah, 100 weeks. One year is what, 36 weeks? Oh, yeah. Is it 36 weeks?
Yeah, 36. Yeah, 36 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, so 36 weeks. Bro, that's 3 years.
That's 3 years, and you're good.
No.
Okay. The other one would be, are you again? Is it car related? Because again, I realize that you like cars, and again, I'm a car head, so we just go with cars. Would you say you actually prefer a sedan or an SUV?
I like sedans, but okay, so I like sedans. I hate SUVs because when I drive my brother's Hilux,
it's really
but then the nature of the roads make me want an SUV. But then the government seems to be fixing the roads, so maybe in a couple of years when I'm ready to buy proper machines, the roads will be good and I can continue with my sedans and then maybe my coupes. But then if the nature of those roads continue,
where would be your dream country?
Dream country, Japan.
Japan?
Yeah.
Why Japan?
Japan they've been able to merge technology with culture. Like, Japan is the only country that still uses fax.
Yeah.
So, like, I just feel like for instance, China is all technology, right? The US, I don't know. The US is not a place. I don't know what I'd want to do in the US.
Yeah.
Britain feels a bit too colonial to me.
Sounds like a country that has PTSD. Like, yep, you guys are here for. We don't want to get here.
So like, I don't know. For me, it's Japan. Then maybe China, but then if I go to China, I'd want to go see their traditional stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, go. Yeah, and then maybe this vacation spots, how you call it, Bali. I was watching a video about
the Maldives.
Well, I was watching a video about the Maldives, and then it was giving like a contrast between how the actual people live and
how the reality of the country is.
Yeah, it's a bit. But then you see Japan, it's like when you go in there, you live like the people, like you experience the things the people experience every day. It's not like something has been created for you.
True.
Yeah, that's why I actually wanted to go to Japan this year, but because of the startup stuff and me focusing on the startup and not taking active gigs.
Yeah.
It fucked with my money. It messed with my money.
Yeah.
So it messed with my money, and so I couldn't go. I wanted to go to Japan. I don't watch football, so I wanted to go around the World Cup because I know a lot of people would go to the US.
Yeah, it's World Cup, and then you'll be in Japan.
Well, unfortunately, the money situation isn't given. So.
Well, we never can tell actually. We see Q2, so there's a large possibility that can actually happen.
Yeah.
Still this year.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah. So fingers crossed the ball. Really though, I think one of the last things I just want you to speak on is this. If your founder is watching this right now and is wanting to start, but has no idea how to start or is even scared to start, has there been any words that someone has told you of your head somewhere that has actually given you definitiveness on why you're building this?
Just start. Like, just start. That's all. Sometimes you overthink a lot of things. You just need to just start. Like, and now it's very easy to start. Like, cloud code is how much? $20, $24 a month. That's like the basic plan. Nobody's saying buy the pro plan. Just buy the basic plan. You prompt maybe like 2-3, get like the code for like maybe 2 screens. Wait till the time elapses and then prompt again. So just do that
yourself.
Like, just do that, and then it gives you opportunity to go and do other things. So just start. Like, talk to whoever will listen to you and start something with the person. If it's not working, you switch. If it's not working with that person, you switch. Find a different person that it would work with, and then just do it. And then a lot of times people feel like they need to have all the answers.
Yeah,
the answers will come.
Yeah, actually,
like once you start and you're doing it, and you get to the point where you need the answer to continue, the answer will come.
Yeah.
Sometimes maybe you don't even need to answer it. You need to skip it. Like, so, like, just that. Yeah.
Yeah. So here is the last piece I always keep on saying is what you're building, right? You sound as if you already have so much intentionality to building it, right? And also it's also the fact that you spoke about your co-founder and how you guys have a really good relationship, and I can see it's working. So here's what you agree to me now is this. I want us to actually have this conversation next 2-3 years, and I want to see what that looks like for you and the company. But I feel as if I want to also have like a track record of the companies I've spoken to, because when you speak to certain founders, you know that they're going to actually hit. Like you bet on the man, not the product itself, right? And I can hear the ambition in which you and your founders are trying to build upon, and it sounds like what the next couple of years, not even a couple of years, like for instance, this year you guys have the major breakthrough, and then proceeding to actually scaling properly. And I really want to have that conversation again with you, mainly because at that particular point in time, it's not going to be how do you start or how is it going or challenges. It's now how are you actually strategically putting yourself in a particular position of power and influence, and also even impacting more lives than just being like, oh, an idea that you had one time and then you got someone on board. So I look forward to actually having you again and speak to you again, because
I look forward to it, man. Like, I really look forward to it.
Thanks, bro.